Hello. Well, I just realized it's been quite a while since I've done an official video ministry report back in January, so figured it's about time to, there are other things that I put out there, but this would be sort of more of a summary of the things that have gone on in the last month. Basically February, we're just starting March here. And so let me give you a rundown of some things. I've got myself a little cheat sheet here. In February, first part of February, we had our first missions conference at the IBEV Church, which is the Living Hope Baptist Church. And the church has supported missionaries for many, many years, just a few, and not too much, but yeah, steady monthly support for several missionaries, and we never really had an emphasis strong on it, and so decided it was time to do a missions conference. So we did, and we brought in two of the missionaries and had a wonderful conference. It was a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we really promoted it and explained to our people what it was all about, and it was wonderful, wonderful. We gave the two missionary families a special gift, each of them according to their needs, and as well as the other missionary family that couldn't make it there in Mexico, we sent a special offering to for basically the same amount. And so our people, our congregation here, are very, I don't know how you say it, humble. Nobody has a well-paying job. It wouldn't come to anything compared to an American salary. But the church is being very generous, at least I think so, in just looking over and knowing what their situations are. And so having said that, I thought that we were very generous with the missionaries, and our people just became much more aware of the need for us investing. The Lord has been very generous to us, to our congregation, and so our congregation can be generous within their means to other works around the world. We also took on a missionary family, or Mexican missionaries in Lebanon, doing a great job. So we took them on, and we raised the monthly support. So it was quite a jump up for our people, but everybody's excited, and I think it's going to go great. And so we're very thankful. I'm very thankful for the response of the people. Then in middle of the month, let me see, actually the 22nd, we had our Intensive Institute, another one. We had one in January. We had another one in February. We brought a Mexican missionary pastor from central Spain in, and he taught on the book of Acts on the 5 messages preached by Peter and Paul. Excellent. We had a great group, a great crowd, not too many this time. It was about 60 or so, and a very manageable group, and just a wonderful time of fellowship and singing, and of course 5 hours of solid Bible teaching. We have done those since 1998, and this was number 61. So this month of March, I'm taking a little bit of a break on activities here at the farmhouse in that regard, and so getting a little bit of a breather here, but then come April, it's not going to stop until September. I don't think there'll be a pause, really. So that's, we're happy and very grateful to be in the Lord's work, and it keeps us hopping. Both the church ministry, the church plant ministry, the Bible studies, and of course the different ministries going on here at the farmhouse. We have a pile of people coming on mission teams this summer. So anyway, in the missions conference, we also helped our friend Aron Tamang there in Nepal. Years ago, we sent him an offering to buy a motorcycle for him to get to the congregations that are up in the towns and the hills, the Bible studies that he does up in basically, it's the mountains, the sort of the foothills of the Himalayas. Here's a quick insertion of a video that Aron sent me the other day. That building there that you can see is the Suncani Baptist Church. That's where they have their services. They all sit on the floor, and they're very different furniture than what we use. But there's some of the congregation. On Sunday, they had some kind of a meal afterwards. You can see there
the mountains, and it's pretty rugged terrain where he has to drive just to get here to this little church plant that he has.
And he can hardly get there even with a motorcycle many times. The roads are so horrendous. Well, that motorcycle that we bought him has basically gone into retirement. And so he was needing a new one, so we gave him, we took up an offering and sent him a gift to be able to, for him to be able to buy himself another motorcycle. I don't think it'll be a new one, but it'll be a good one, hopefully better than the last one. So that was another thing that came out of the missions conference. And let me see, we are looking at, okay, we have a few people wanting to get baptized, so we need to schedule another baptism. We don't normally do them in the winter. We wait a little bit for it to warm up, and so it may be a couple of months down the road, but we have definitely a group for baptism again, which is always exciting. Had a few people say. Mimi led a lady to the Lord, and one of our co-workers as well. And one of the ladies Mimi's discipling is getting baptized. Anyway, there's a number of different people just recently saved, or they were saved, came from backgrounds, and just now coming back to the Lord, so to speak, and getting their lives straightened out. Let's see, we also decided, well, okay, so we have a problem, and some of you are aware of it because you're on my WhatsApp and you get other reports from different venues, but we are having just an outstanding attendance in recent months, and we have children and visitors just coming continually, constantly, new ones and repeaters, and the attendance is way over 100 every Sunday. And actually, whereas our building used to be cavernous for us not too many years ago, now at the main service time, with services for kind of a tiny little junior church and so forth going on, the whole building is being used and it is full. So I don't know exactly what the future holds. Right now we can handle it, but we're definitely looking into new ways to start distributing our believers into helping us deal with all of these different levels, different age groups, and we're going to be starting probably this week a kind of a junior church for the juniors. We've had one for the children, and now we're going to do one for the juniors. It's not really a junior church. It doesn't take up the whole service, just the message part. The children will leave, and our son Danny will start organizing the ages from 7 on up to 10 or maybe 11, because there's just so many of them. We have a ministry where one of our ladies prepares this coloring sheet every Sunday, double-sided coloring sheet, for the kids to color. And so at the beginning of the service, the main service, this is after Sunday school and all the other things, they come up to the front, and one of our other young ladies has a whole pile of pages, clipboards with the coloring pages on them, and then she gives them all a little pouch that has, I don't know how many colors she has in there, but colored pencils. And she must have 15, and she just told me, I need more. We don't have enough, so I bought some more this week. And the children line up to get their little clipboard and their pouch, and then they either go to a class or they go to their parents, depending on their ages. And then after the service, right as we sing the last song or so, they all come back up to the front to give their clipboard back and to show their page and give back the colored pencils, and then they get a little cookie or a candy of some sort. And it's so hilarious to watch them. They're all lined up. Sometimes there's close to 20 of them all the way down the aisle. So just some growing pains in that regard, and need the Lord's wisdom to know exactly how to deal with that. One other thing that just came to mind, the some of you know and have heard some of the stories that I've given out in the last few weeks of some of the men. I take out the men for lunch through the weeks. Every week I take out a couple at least, and it's one of my moments of investing in each of the men. Well, I've been given some of their testimonies, and if you haven't heard those and you're interested, just amazing how God works. Every life is unique and every story is amazing. An amazing story of grace. In the description of this video, I will put down 3 different stories that are from the recent weeks. And if you're interested, click on those. Some of them are audios. One of them will be a video, most likely. Okay, let me see. This is getting really, really long. Yesterday we had an MK, David Chelichenko, who's a missionary kid up in France, although he's already in university. But he came down and worked all day long here doing all kinds of good things that needed to be done, yard work kind of things around the farmhouse. And Steve Spindler as well is here with Andrea, and so he was here working. So we got a lot of work done yesterday. I might, during this video, I'll throw up some pictures of different things, and I don't think I'll put up any texts. But anyway, I'll throw up some pictures. If you have any specific questions, just write me. Let me see. I think I'm going to call it with that. I got any number of other things to share, but this is already over 10 minutes, and so I'm going to try and keep it under 11. So in order to do that, I'm going to say goodbye real quick. Take care. Goodbye.